Welcome to Back to the Bible. Week 4, Love. Day 24, A Yielded Heart. Collect yourself before God. Psalms chapter 62, verses 5 and 6 and 8. For God alone, O my soul, wait in silence, for my hope is from Him. He only is my rock and my salvation. My fortress, I shall not be shaken. Trust in Him at all times, O people. Pour out your heart before Him. God is a refuge for us. God's promise for today. Luke chapter 1, verses 38. And Mary said, Behold, I am the servant of the Lord. Let it be to me according to your word. And the angel departed from her. Consider today's truth. Courageous acts. What's the most courageous act you have ever done? For some, it's bungee jumping. For others, it may be moving to another country or facing cancer treatment. Courage has many faces. There is physical courage, courage of convictions, financial audacity, or boldness in relationships. Faith is its own kind of courage. Mary, young as she was, had it to the full measure. I am your servant. Gabriel visits was an overload of information about Mary and about the child that would be born. It must have seemed too much to take in, but the hardest part was yet to come. Gabriel said that she would have a child. Mary knew that she couldn't. She was not married and had never been unfaithful. Virgins do not give birth. She asked, How will this be? Her questions had two concerns. How can this be physically? How can this be proper or moral? Gabriel's answer to both questions was the same. The Holy Spirit would overshadow Mary, and she would conceive, and the child born would be holy, the Son of God. The angel gave Mary assurance that what had never happened before in history would take place. Mary's relative Elizabeth was thought to be barren, but was now in her 6th month of pregnancy, for nothing will be impossible with God. Mary's leap of faith was large. The pain of small-town gossip was inevitable. Damage to her relationship with Joseph was likely. The risk of family rejection, bearing a stained reputation, and being ridiculed as crazy for her explanation. None of this was out of the question. But Mary said, yes. She didn't have to, but she agreed to God's plan. She saw herself as a servant of God and submitted to His will. Love says yes. Often, the vows in a wedding ceremony contains the promise of I will, I do. The covenant of matrimony begins with a yes. For better or worse, yes. Richer or poor, yes. In sickness and health, yes. As time unfolds, there will be situations that press against the initial willingness. The vows will be tested. Here is a secret. The more we love, the more we say yes. The more we say yes, the more we will love. What is true in the covenantal relationship of marriage is truth of a covenant with God. We said yes to God in our first expression of faith. Throughout our pilgrimage, we learn to repeat our yes to Him. Jesus said that if we love Him, we will keep His commandments. John chapter 14 verses 15. At times, our affirmation of His command is given grudgingly. We respond more out of duty than devotion. Yet, the more we obey, the more devotion will grow. Our yes turns into love. Receive God's promise. Is there a place where you are saying no to God? It may not be outright rebellion, maybe just avoidance or delay. We find different ways of ducking obedience while convincing ourselves that we are innocent of defiance. If we know God is speaking to us, we resist compliance. Our heart grows stale. It is better to see ourselves as God's servants. Be it unto us according to your word. The root of obedience duly blossoms into the devotions of love. Reflect with God. Consider the truth of Luke chapter 1 verses 38 and respond to this teaching with prayer. God bless you.